you're thinking about moving to Jamaica, just do it. Okay, but don't let anyone discourage you.
So we packed up our kids, packed up our family, and we moved from Canada to Jamaica. Everybody on the power like, we're crazy. Like, why would you do something like that?
England is not easy, and it is not for the weak.
So the question is, if you crossed the border and you wanted to go back home, you wanted to go back to Jamaica, how do you do that?
I came to America and learned how to drive a truck. I have never driven a truck before until I came to this country. This country will teach you independence. If you don't know independence, this country will teach you independence. I am going straight back home because if I was at home, I would have so many family members to help me do.
Hi, what's up beautiful people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm called Irene Soeta, and today you'll be like, oh, where is she? I'm here in the farm. This is Kenya, African land. Yes, wagwan I am Miniad. Yes. How are you doing, my family, all my subscribers? Kindly, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'm telling you, you're missing out a lot. There's amazing videos, amazing content coming one by one, guys. Don't make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and you put on the notification button so that you get notified. Like the video, comment down there, tell me that you're watching me. Where are you watching me from, guys? Yes, I'm called Irene Soeta, and for all my returning subscribers, you know I don't take you for granted. I love you so much. Always welcome to my channel and to my yard. Yeah, it's a beautiful evening. I don't know what is the time where you are right now. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on the time that you'll be watching this video. And in this video today, I want to talk about Jamaicans. You know, Jamaicans are all over the global. They are in Australia, they're in UK, they're in Canada, they're in America. So the large percentage of people, Jamaicans, are outside the Jamaican country. And you know, Jamaica is the third island country in the Caribbean. So guys, we are talking about Jamaican who are abroad, who are not in Jamaica, and they are contemplating to go back home. And the reasons, you know, everyone knows, you understand, everyone knows when you are now callous. I'm done, I have to go back home. You know, we are going to dive into their perspectives, into the experiences they had out there, and why it has made them to say like, oh, this is why I have to go back home. They have perspectives, they have future, they have dreams. Everybody who have left their country to go to another country, gone there, they went there with them with intention, you know, and after they have gone there, they will always say like, oh, I've gotten this, I'm gonna go back home. You understand? So we are going to dive into these videos that I've compiled for you guys. Watch them and see why the Jamaicans who are living abroad have decided to go back home. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe and hit on the notification button so that you get notified wherever I post a video.
I was told to go back home to Jamaica by a black American man, and this is the reason why. So the other day I made a comedy sketch about Caribbean people seeing an American soap commercial for the first time. This is how it went.
Their sleepy eyes. Morning's here. Time to come alive.
Basically poking fun at the fact that we never see a washcloth in one of these soap commercials. You're not going to see one because obviously they're advertising the soap. But some people didn't get the joke, or they were offended because, hey, I'm not from America. And this is what somebody had to say. So I was told by this big tub of lard here, Omar Velos is dead, on Instagram, to stay out of America then. So I said, you sound like racist white folk. This man said, how can it be racism if we're all black? I'm just suggesting that y'all stay in your own country since America is so bad. Not once did I say America was bad, but let's continue. I said, you sound like one. Anyways, you displayed how fragile you are as a man with your response. White folks didn't even react the way you did. You just showed black immigrants how xenophobic some of our black American brothers and sisters are. This is a skit, for Christ's sake. This is unbelievable, brother. So he replied to a comment that's up top that said, It's the other way around, sweetheart. Stop playing. Another person who's offended at this skit. Then he replied under that comment and said, they have the nerve to come here and judge us. They whole country still living like slaves. What? What? Excuse me? Huh? Then he told me I gotta keep those slave arms nice and tight. We were trading insults for insults, but he was more so on the racial side of things when I didn't bring up race at all. Not white or black. Chinese, Asian, whatever race is out there. Not once. I just said American. But this black gentleman here, who shared the same color as I, said that I gotta keep my slave arms tight. Then he said, anyways, this was fun. Bye, Kunta Kinte. All racial and slave insults by someone that's black. You'd expect this from someone who's white, but no, that wasn't it. This individual right here hates black immigrants, and it's clear. It's so crazy how you as a black individual got the same ancestors that I got using slavery as an insult. That's wild. Man, it's just sad, man, that someone that looks like us is telling us to go back to our homes, sounding like racist white folks. You know, I've never been told by a white person to go back home to Jamaica. It happened twice. This is the second time, and both incidents happened with someone who looked like me. So all black immigrants, I just want you to know that not all black Americans are like this individual here. So don't treat your black brothers and sisters any different. But this gentleman and people with his mindset are very dangerous.
One of the number one questions I get about moving to Jamaica is, how did you move to Jamaica? What was the process like? What did you do? First and number one, guys, it's mental. And when I say it's mental, I mean that you can't overthink it, okay? You want to move, you got to get up, you got to do it. It's going to be a process. Even if you're moving to a city right nearby, it's just like that, but on an international level. So first you have to accept, okay, I want to move somewhere. Boom. Do it. If you put too much thought into it, you're going to talk your way out of it. Trust me. Try to put too much thought into things that it doesn't need to be that complicated. You're going to figure it out along the way, because that's what I did. I'm going to be honest with you. Even before I lived in Jamaica, I was living in Bali, Indonesia. Did I plan to live in Bali? No. It just was like, boom, fell in my lap. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll just hang out here for a little while. Get up. Decide what you're going to do. Start making a list of the things that you have to do to prepare, whether that be save money, whether that's start looking for school for your kids. If your kids are going to transfer, start looking for housing, figure out how you are going to support yourself at wherever destination you're going to go to, and just start doing it. Will I say save money? Of course. I mean, anytime you move anywhere, you got to save some money. So if you're moving on an international level, you might want to save more than usual. All in all, don't put too much thought in it. Get up, go, do it. That's what life is about. You gotta take risks sometimes. I had no idea what I was doing when I got to Jamaica. I really kind of consulted friends and family along the way. Just like buying a car. It's a process. Yeah, you gotta sit down and do some research. But I can't really tell you a step-by-step plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G on how to move internationally. Because it all is boom in your head. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not trying to be so generalized, but I'm just trying to be realistic, honestly. Like, babes, I just winged it. Love y'all.
So since I became a dual citizen of Jamaica and the USA, a lot of Jamaican people were asking me why bother, because the Jamaican passport is so useless. Here are some reasons why I decided to become a citizen of Jamaica and honor my heritage and the beauty that my country has to offer. Buying land. If you ask me what makes you wealthy and rich, it's not having diamonds or designer clothes that can easily be taken away. It's having land. Once you get that land, it's yours forever. If you've read Rich Dad Poor Dad, the author always talks about real estate and how it's an important asset and one of the best ways to make money. Investing in real estate in Jamaica can make you have a lot of passive and residual income. Reason number 3, getting a TRN number so you can go ahead and start making finances and making money in Jamaica. And so you can open a bank account so you don't have to pay foreign transaction fees every time you visit home. Next reason, getting local discounts. It always used to pain me having to pay foreign prices when me know say me come from Jamaica. Local discounts are always a plus. Traveling to Jamaica as a local, not having to join the long foreign in line whenever you get to the airport, supreme. Also, getting the opportunity to easily travel to other CARICOM countries and being able to work in other CARICOM countries. These countries might include Belize, Trinidad, Guyana, and wherever else you decide. So those are just a few of the reasons why I decided to get a Jamaican passport. Jamaica is extremely rich and wealthy. We just need to be able to see it ourselves. Having two passports opens up a world of possibilities and opportunity that you might not have ever known. So if you have the opportunity, go ahead and do it.
I'm trying to go to Jamaica this year. Then here is the 2024 Jamaica requirements. I just got back last night at 1. Jesus, I just got back from work. But this is all I needed to go to Jamaica. One, you need your passport, your U.S. passport. And then you need to go to enterjamaica.com to get the C5 form filled out, which is the customs. They don't give the paper on the plane no more, so you have to do that. When you enter Jamaica, then you have to go to the kiosk and scan your passport. Then we'll ask you, is this you? You say yes. And then we'll take a picture of you at the top. And you'll take that printout out and your passport. You'll take it to the custom people with proof of the form that you fill up. Then you will have entry into Jamaica. Yes, it's that fast. To come back, you just need your passport, basically.
You know, say American people really disrespectful and have no manners. I travel all over the world and I never encounter them something yet. Imagine, me I go which part me don't know and this man start me come talk about, hey shawty, come collect this banana. I say, excuse me sir, collect which banana? I don't want your banana, but they are Jamaican now collect banana. Some people come America come collect banana.
Someone asked me recently if I wanted to move out of the US and move to Jamaica, how much do I realistically need to make to live there? So yeah, let's talk about it while I take out this heatless girl. I think how much you need to live in Jamaica is determined by the type of lifestyle you want to live. Let's start with what Google says. Google, you need between 650 to 850 USD. I think that's actually doable. You probably don't live on your own in Kingston. Try not to shop at expensive grocery store chains. You know, you're probably gonna meat shop instead of buying your meat at the grocery store. But if you want to live in Kingston in a really nice apartment, gated community, do your hair, nails, lashes every week, go out, and things like that. If you want to afford all the luxuries, I think you need to start looking at having 2,000 USD per month and up. Jamaica is not a cheap place, but let me know in the comments what you think.
In America, all you do is work your ass off for all these beautiful things that you have, and you just look at them and you're just depressed. I literally one night prayed. I had to get down on my knees in my bedroom and pray to Jesus that something would change because I wasn't sure that I was going to make it out alive.
So the question is, if you cross the border and you wanted to go back home, you wanted to go back to Jamaica, how do you do that? Well, folks, it is very simple. You just buy a plane ticket, get on the plane, and go back home. You will need a valid passport and you will go back home. The problem would be coming back into the US.
I definitely felt like this comment needed to be highlighted because that is my sentiment exactly. That is literally all you need to do. When in there foreign, make your money, save your money, and that's the way how you can move back and live in Jamaica comfortably. So all the people them where say, oh, I really wish we could have done that, but I don't have the money. Here what you do is for the next 2 to 3 years, maybe up to even 5 years, you work hard and you save your money. So when you got yard, nobody behave like say, yeah, Mr. or Mrs. Robin Hood, you know. I feel like say you have to give it to everybody and whatever, because at the end of the day, you will go back now and if you go work, be overtime because you are trying to make back all the money where you spend for your trip. And remember, so the flight itself, not cheap. And I don't know, something about when you go foreign and go to Jamaica, you can't move like a regular Jamaican again. All of a sudden, you can't walk in a sun. You have to charter a taxi. So transportation prices gone all the way up. You catch look at accent, so people start charging a little extra. Your friend and your family, them will come tax you. So I know the trips can be very, very, very expensive, but it's up to you to budget what you can manage. And never, ever, 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 ever. But you have to take a loan for go on trip to Jamaica. Like, why would you do that? Like, literally, I've heard of people doing this, and I cannot understand why. The idea is that everybody's trying to bring this persona, like them rich, create this facade, you know, like them have it and foreigner go and good for them and them something. Them are pretend. But at the end of the day, if you just actually be honest and stay true to yourself and your pocket and realize, all right, only 100,000 I have to spend on the trip here, and you stick to your budget and make sure so when you go back, you continue and you save up again. Because nothing wrong if you enjoy your money little. You can't just save and not spend nothing. You have to enjoy yourself now and then. But just ensure so you spend wisely.
Never squander the money, and then you end up, you look 10 years time, you're still there foreign broke and can't go home, and you have to stay in the depression and the sufferation because you need to earn consistently. Save your money, simple.
I came to America and learned how to drive a truck. I have never driven a truck before until I came to this country. This country will teach you independence. If you don't know independence, this country will teach you independence. I am going straight back home because if I was at home, I would have so many family members to help me do stuff. I am moving straight back home. Look. And a U-Haul van and everything. Listen, I am not the girly that you think that I am. I do want to be a girl. I am a girl. I do want to be feminine. But I'm not allowed to in a country like this with no man. And I'm not just going to take up any man just to say I have a man. Okay?
So one of my dreams is to move back to Jamaica at a young age. But we can still enjoy life. Not to move back at the typical 60-65 year retirement age. So I followed this couple TikToker, right? And they were living in Canada and they moved to Jamaica. They moved back to Jamaica, young couple, you know, and that is one of my dreams. And persons are gonna come under their account and say that they are lazy. America is not what it cracks up to be. Trust me. America will have your mental health in a whole. Most of us here are suffering from anxiety and depression who are living here in the States. Only difference with America and Jamaica is that there's more job opportunities here. If you want to work a 24-hour shift, you can work a 24-hour shift. You can also work straight so if you want. That's the only difference. But if you don't know what you're doing, you will be living paycheck to paycheck, and that works on your mental health because you're always thinking like, how am I going to pay this bill? Oh my God, another bill is coming, and it's just a bit much. It's like over here not really make the one person live, especially right now. Yes, we are in a recession, especially right now. If you not have a partner or if you not have some family member live with, trust me, I forgot double up on the job, double or triple up. You understand? Enough people over here do doubles, 16-hour days, and it works on your mental health. You don't have any time to spend with family, you don't have no social life. So coming from a culture where it's more lax and I wouldn't say stress free because stress dead here, but it's more lax, and you come here, it'll go work for your mental health. And moving from anywhere you're from and to a new place, it takes adjustment. Like no one better than yard. And when I say yard, it's wherever you are originally from. So that is my dream, to move back to Jamaica at a young age. I am happy for the opportunity that was given, and I'm not being ungrateful, but that is my dream and that is my desire.
There's something in the water of Jamaica. I don't know if it's in the ear. I don't know where it come from. The moment I reach Jamaica, I look better. My skin clear up. You see this? And all of this started the minute I came back to the US. The minute I was in Jamaica, my skin clear up. Body get good. Alright? Skin just nice and one color. Pretty. Just okay. I was glowing from the inside out. I just look like island goddess. Just perfect. And I really think my whole nervous system just calmed down and I relaxed and I just for the first time. And I don't understand how this happens because Jamaica is a chaotic place. I can't even drive in Jamaica. I'm just nervous. I'ma learn though. I'ma learn. But either way, in the US, I don't know what it is. Like, is there something in the food that affects my skin and my energy and just like how I feel about myself? And then I go to Jamaica and I'm just happy. Like, I don't even have to do anything all day. I could just sit on the veranda, look at the hills, happy. Eat a mango, happy. Simple.
simple life. I just want to sit down and relax and chat and chill. And I don't even know if this is a good thing or not, because it feels like I can't get my work done. I feel like nothing even matters anymore. I just want to relax by a river, by a beach, eat some fish, chill, chat shit, drink some whatever, and just bond and enjoy the moments. And when I'm here in foreign, I'm just like, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? And it never stops. So I'm really trying to understand, like, should I move to Jamaica? Should I live in foreign? Should I find some in-between type place? Because it's like life is short. I want to enjoy my life. But life is also long and I don't want to suffer. I don't know, man. I just confused.
I'm originally from Jamaica, but I moved here right before high school. So I spent half my life in America, half my life in Jamaica. And for many, many years, traveled back and forth to both countries throughout the year. And this is what I have learned, and this is what it has taught me. I'm going to start little TED Talk series really to myself and just to get my thoughts out on here, but in a perspective of someone who was raised in two different countries almost simultaneously, and what that has done with even learning my identity, me learning and figuring out who I am, what I feel. Yeah, it's just a lot has changed. I think it all relates back to me really understanding, like, no, this is who I am. So obviously when you move to another country, it's a new learning curve. You have to learn how they talk, you have to learn how they do things, what the culture is like, what you can or cannot do, what you can or cannot say. And I'm going to take this little journey and try to talk about the things that I remember learning moving to the States from Jamaica, and even learning things as an adult now about Jamaica. I want to admit that there's this thing when it comes to moving to another country at a young age, where you go through a sense of identity crisis for a few years. You don't understand if you're fully from your own country, or you've been here so long that, do I claim this country? Like, all in all, I'm Jamaican, so I'm prideful, so I've always claimed Jamaica. America, it's nice, but it's not Jamaica. When I first moved here, I used to come here during the holiday season to visit my mom, and I used to watch Disney Channel and Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network and ABC Family and all those shows. So based off how they spoke or did things, I would sit down and actually like mimic what they were saying, so I can sound more American when I talk to Americans. Because I'm a child, I want to be accepted. Even though I love my accent, I love how I sound, I love how we talk. But you understand, people, them ask too much question when you don't sound like them. We can't bother with all about question. So I'm going to continue having videos like this where I talk about transitioning from one country to the other, specifically Jamaica to the US. And if there's anybody on here that can relate, I definitely have a friend or two that can relate. Drop your 2 cents and, you know, all them things there.
So me decided to move back to Jamaica. And before you come with all the violence, all the poverty, we are try left. Just bear in mind, someone never ask. So I always remember, so everybody have them own preference, everybody have them own life to live, everybody have to make them own decision. So if you don't agree, fine by me. But personally, I don't feel like someone need for their foreign. I mean, most people leave Jamaica. The same story, they want to make more money, they want to get a job or pay well, this and that and that. But personally, me run my own business them. So I don't really need for their foreign. And the reality is Jamaica is one of the easiest countries to start a business in. I don't have to take my word for it. Just research it and you realize that they're like the top 10 countries, I think. So what you have to understand is that every country have them negatives and them positives. It's just up to you, the life where you want to live and what works well for you. And personally, I don't really feel like saying nobody want to leave Jamaica, you know. Them just want money. So if you can find a way to make money while you're in Jamaica, then you're good to go. And yes, it will be a process. I'm not going to just get up one day and say, alright, I eat this. And technically, I'm still going to be coming back and forth because my family is here as well.
So yeah, it's not going to be something that's so solid. But personally, I just feel like, say, what's the point? If every time I travel to Jamaica and come back to England, I just feel stressed out and depressed, but me I come back far. And one thing I might not know about England, England is not easy, and it is not for the weak. So you see, if you want to be entrepreneur like myself, England is not the place to be. England is one of the hardest countries them for start business, you know. So trust and believe, you ain't missing nothing over here. But yeah, man, right now I'm in a sense for me. I take my money every minute I go to Jamaica and I come back. I go to Jamaica and I come back. For me, I come back far.
Comment down below, would you guys move back to Jamaica? Have you guys moved back? Are you guys thinking about it? Would you never move back here? Because I know not everyone's life was nice here. So I'm going to give you guys 5 reasons why I decided to move back to Jamaica full time. So the first reason is because I wanted to. I wanted a lifestyle change, and I felt like I come here so much, might as well I just move here permanently, and I don't regret it. Second thing is, in Canada, I was just working and working and working, and that was it. I worked, I shopped, and whenever I went out, I always compared it to Jamaica. I'm like, the vibes are not the same as Jamaica, so I never enjoyed it. And then I was just always thinking about Jamaica 24/8, so I was like, I am just moving back here full time. Yeah, I'm better. Next thing is, this is something I've always wanted to do ever since I was young, but I just needed a game plan. I needed to know exactly my income, how it was looking. I needed to be able to sustain myself while I was in this country. And thankfully, see how God works in ways, YouTube was that source of income that I was able to live here freely and be able to make money. So, and the next thing is, nothing beats simplicity in life. I think once you've been on that level that you've achieved so much stuff and you have so much things, and you're just like, man, nothing would be being able to live somewhere where warm all the time, like you're surrounded by greenery and you're just enjoying the simple things in life. Listen, I know I sound so like Valley, because people say it all the time that I sound Valley. Jamaica, the way you feel down here never comes. It just never beats anywhere else I've been. Like when you're in Canada, you're like, oh, if it was Easter right now and I was in Jamaica, I would be doing this. If it was Christmas right now and I'm in Jamaica, I would be doing this. So I was just like, you know, why don't I just move here full time? And plus my life was more fulfilling. I was doing YouTube and I was able to showcase my life here in Jamaica. So I was like, yeah, I'm just moving back. I'm moving back. And like the culture, food, music, people, vibe, everything was me. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna move back.
So a lot of my friends and family, particular in Jamaica, asking me what is my experience being in Canada, because they want to make the transition. Now, this video is not to discourage anybody from coming to Canada. If you feel like Canada is a place that you want to come and live and, you know, start your family, feel free. Don't let this discourage you. But I want to share the realities of Canada. I've been here for the last almost 6 years, and Canada has been, it's different. From after COVID, Canada has changed significantly in a number of areas. And I'll speak to some of the areas that I think Canada changed a lot in. When it comes down to taxes, Canada, I think, have one of the highest taxes in the world. So the more money you earn, the more tax you pay in Canada. It's like the higher you climb, is the higher the government take money out of your pay. So you're paying, as I'm up to 47% of your income in Canada that goes to tax. So it's very, 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 very tax heavy in Canada. The other thing that I noticed in Canada is that after COVID, the price of food went right through the doors. Like literally, you can go to supermarket with 100 Canadian dollar and you come out back with absolutely nothing. Just two, probably, if you get 2 bags with $100, you get a lot. Food over the last 2 years, particularly 3 years, skyrocket high. The cost of living versus what you're getting for your pay, what you're getting for to buy for food, absolutely ridiculous. The other thing is rent. Now, Canada have this. So before COVID, you could get a 2-bedroom for like 1,100 Canadian dollars, $1,200. Now, after COVID,
the same apartment, the apartment that I live on, I got my apartment before COVID, so I got in a very comfortable rate for a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, I have some friends who moved from Jamaica, and there are some vacancies on this apartment, and they live here, and they're paying $1,800 for the same 2-bedroom. And when they move, the landlord charging $2,200 for the same 2-bedroom. So rent in Canada, it's very, very, very expensive. When you talk about the healthcare, now Canada have free healthcare because they use the taxes that we pay to provide free healthcare. But when you go to the hospital, is that it's no different from an underdeveloped country where you're waiting hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, like literally you're waiting for 8 hours. You go to the hospital from 7 a.m. in the morning, you're not getting through, and I kid you not, you're not getting through until around maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. That's when you actually get to see a doctor, because there is a shortage in the healthcare workers. There is no doctor, and you can't go to a private doctor. You can't say, all right, you have your money, so you're gonna go to a private doctor. Canada not deal with private doctor. The rich, the poor, everybody goes to one hospital. Furthermore, you can't even get a family doctor. There's a 6 months waiting list to even get a family doctor here in Canada. The other challenge with the reality of Canada is, honestly, Canada boring. Canada boring. There is nothing to do. It's good when you have like your own community, that you can have that level of culture. You know, you have the Jamaican community, you have the other ethnic groups who have their community. Community is big. If you don't have a community in Canada, man, Canada is boring. Now have nothing to do. So I'm grateful that here we form a nice little community where people can display culture, you can talk your language, you can cook your food, and you just feel Jamaican. Without that being present, Canada boring. So a lot of people just work in Canada and save them money so that they can travel to different countries. That's what I've been doing over the last couple of years. Like me, I can't stay 12 months in Canada. It's not possible. It's not possible. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Canada is still good in some instances where, you know, the crime and violence is not as bad. They have good gun laws, but overall, if you're not a strong person, if you don't have community and you don't have the support, Canada is very, very depressing. And grateful to be here, and I'm not discouraging anybody from coming. You can come and you may find it to be good. The other thing is I want to mention is that with this current government, what they're doing, they're reversing a number of the immigration programs that they had for people to get easy access in Canada. So a lot of temporary residents, a lot of people going back to their countries. Trust me, if you do the research right now, a lot of people going back to their countries because people just cannot afford to live in Canada anymore, or the government make it so difficult for persons now to obtain permanent residence in this country. But still grateful to be here, but I just wish things will change soon. That's just my reality of Canada.
If you decide to run off, come a friend though, let me tell you what you're gonna need. This is a must. If you got it, you're gonna need him in every angle. You're gonna need God. You have to learn to pray. Because it alone will keep you sane. If you decide to come to America, prepare yourself mentally, because you are going to be depressed. Depression is going to be your best friend. Depression is going to look in every angle. Yeah, man. Depression, I got to say, yo, depression, I got to say, you ever play tug and war yet? I said depression, I got all and pull you. Yeah. When I was coming here, I met 3 girls and a child. 3 girls. I want a girl let my one daughter we are 12. So we try to come through together. Come on the same plane. We did stay at different hotel, but we link up in a local part that we come through Panama. I see me, if anywhere me go, people always like me. Cause me genuine. If I gonna help you, I'm gonna help you genuinely. Me not help you if you even tell me thanks. If you want to tell me thanks, it's your business that. The thanks where you gonna tell me are for your own good. Me genuine. So me try through. You see, me leave Panama and go Cancun before the girl them. Because I one day layover me did have in Panama. Them must be 3, 4. Me never have the time for that cause. Me never have the whole heap of money for spend I go through. So when I tried it in Cancun, me meet 2 more girls and 1 man them come from TG. We end up stay at the hotel together. Could it, me never, remember say we never buy a flight ticket for go to Tijuana. Cause you know you can't have that yet. But at the hotel, let's say with the people them, I mean I walk up and I try to get ticket in a car. I don't really want to stay too long and then I kind of have a mission. I use my time wisely because I was supposed to only stay there for like 7 days. The people them buy them ticket and don't tell me. The man and one of the girl them. And one of the girl them said, me I leaving them, I say leave go. She said we get flight. Me say really? And then she start cuss the guy and say come like some Batman. Imagine you and the girl that walk up and down from morning and you get a flight to buy. You couldn't make the girl jump on it. Anyway, she try a thing for me. But my card never work at the time. NCB card never process the transaction. It keep on a decline or something. Fast forward. I go through all the stress, you know. End up get a flight for go to Tijuana. 6 o'clock the next morning I'm go. I go through something. Meet an immigration man. Immigration man give me his number. I'ma walk the girl them. The girl them we come over now. We chat over with me. Them come over in the night. I walk them through the process. We don't gatekeep nothing. I make them know what to say, what to do every little thing. I guide them right through. Yeah, so when them reach and we end up, they're not Tijuana at the same hotel. I tell them if we come. One of the grandmother send money for, she send 100 US come give me. I said, make that girl buy a juice, man. I like that girl or something. I would try it, I would go through. Then I would see him hotel, different room. Me in that room 301, them in that room 302. We walk up and down because I come to a whole heap of little drama I go through, you know. Come back. Whole heap of little drama I go through. So the whole I will come through the swamp together, like literally alligator swamp. 4 hours we walk from. Come through the swamp. We walk from 6 o'clock about 10:30 at the night. 4.5 hours to walk through the bush. It's when we walk, me hear some animal ball. Although when me watch African show or Discovery Channel, alone, me hear them animal the inner. You don't know after all of that we go through, 2 of the girls go back to Jamaica. We come up April, May, June, July, August, September, the girl them say them can't get the pressure. Them not make the pressure kill them America. Them take a plane and go back at them yard. And these 2 girls, they came here and they were with their mother. And their mother them there, yeah, in that New York. And them go back at them yard. So them not make depression kill them love. So you have to strong. Prepare yourself because the depression is real.
I don't know your story. I only know mine. But I have a free healthcare walking up and down within Canada. And I am so sick with my back, my hip. According to Dr. Cancer, according to Dr. Hypertensive, according to Dr. Diabetes. And I would not want to walk into another healthcare in Canada because 1, they don't touch you. They will not do your vitals. I have never get my vitals done since I am in this country and I've been to a lot of doctors here. Nobody will touch you. Secondly, they don't speak to you with respect. And the kind of health care that you get here. And bear in mind, I work in the hospitals here for 2 years. I work at Michael Garant, I work at Toronto Western, I work at Toronto General, I work at Princess Margaret, I work at several retirement homes, I work at several long-term care. Right, so the care that they offer is different. Our pay here will only be $20. It will not raise. The only thing that increase in Canada is the rent. Every year, the rent increased by $50. Every other, quite frequently, the phone bill, the internet bill and the phone bill raise every 6 months. So what we earn will not be able to sustain our rent as the years go by, because our pay will never raise in Canada. Food. The dearest food bill in the world is Canada. And Canada food, they are highly toxic. They are highly chemicalized, if there's such a word. Okay. So, the food, the chicken, the meat, it's loaded with chemical. What else you point to? Right, so Jamaica, when we return to Jamaica, I am looking forward to sit in the clinics whole day until I see a doctor or something. Because we won't be going back home to any health care like what we used to have working with the government. So we won't have that anymore. Right, so when I used to have health care, I used to have to sit at the doctor whole day too. Because my doctor in Portmore is a good doctor. And when we go to Dr. Reed, a whole day we sit down and wait. So I am used to that. So, the family system that you're talking about, I don't have family in Jamaica. My mother and father and sister and brother, everybody abandoned me as a baby. And in Canada, the only family I have here is Chris. I have nobody here. In Jamaica, we hear my neighbors, them attack each other, and as somebody say, we have the puss and the cat and the dog and the rat down there. So, your experience is different. Crime is here equally. I don't even go out late again here because we are people of color and they egg our home. We live in Toronto for a while and it's here we move and they pull our home with egg because we are colored. So I don't know where you are. I don't know your experience, but I know mine. One of the other distressing thing is that because you have color and you have your qualification, it means nothing. I came here and I study and it still means nothing. They think I'm from Jamaica where it is primitive. They don't think we used to have water. They don't think we have light. My boss left his yard and come here to teach me how to wash pot, how to hold Scotch Brite, how to make 2 sandwiches with bread. So they think I am good for nothing because of my color, and that is one of the most devastating feelings that one person could ever have. That feelings of nothing that you have in Canada is worse than going to Jamaica and cannot afford to buy food. Is a dangerous feelings you have here. Secondly, here I am the most qualified and I'm the cleaner girl because they think I can't do anything. So enjoy yourself in Canada. We are looking forward to going back home.
So welcome back, and I hope that you have watched the video till the end, and I hope that you have grasped something. So guys, people have like I say, we have various decisions that we make, and wherever we want to go to other countries for greener pastures. So we are talking about Jamaicans. You have seen the videos, everyone giving out their perception, everyone giving up their experiences, everybody telling us what they've been going through. You understand? And one reason that if you have been able to see, is that one of the reasons that people have thought of going back to Jamaica is that you know, when you are in abroad, when you leave your country, you're not going to be just comfortable in the other country. You're going to work extra hard. Guys, you have to work extra hard, and mostly people use countries that they, at least their wages are high, a bit high than compared to their home countries, you know. Yeah, so if it's like when I leave Kenya to go to the Middle East, I know the salary there is a bit higher compared to here at home. So guys, Jamaicans who left their countries to go to abroad to work have said like, now enough is enough, enough is love, enough is enough. I'm going back to my yard, back home to Jamaica. Why? Some of them have invested enough and have said like, oh, let us go back to our country. Let's take whatever that we have gotten here in these foreign countries back to our countries. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why they have decided like, I'm going home. Some of you have seen it through the video. They're saying like, there's a lot of racism in these foreign countries. You understand? There's a lot of racism. You can come up with, you go to social media with something that it's an idea, but people will take it oppositely. You know, people want to. Most people don't like understanding the concept of everything that is put out there. They will turn everything, they flip the coin and just say like, oh, if you don't want to be in America, you have to leave America, go back to your country, you know. And that when it doesn't settle well with you, you'll say like, I'm gonna pack my bags and go back home. You understand? And also, when you go, like for example in America, when you leave your country and you're going to America, like, if you are never taught how to be independent, you have seen that lady saying like, you mean like you are going to be very, very independent, because when you reach to America, you will work more than one job. You'll have to work, you'll have to go extra mile to hustle. Like, you'll have to hustle and hustle really hard, because it's not easy, you know. So you'll find out that some of these Jamaican or people who are coming from other countries heading to America, it's not like it's not a country of honey the way we are being told. It's not a country of honey, like you just going to go to America like, oh, that's the country everybody want to go. We are going to end, we are just gonna be we are going to be harvesting money on the trees. Or no, if you go to America, you'll have to work. America will show you how independent you are supposed to be. America will show you how hustling, how it means, what hustling is. America will not make, America will get that laziness in you, out of you, because you'll have to go extra mile, you understand, to go extra mile to have it, to reap it, to get what you really want. So some people have felt like, oh, I've been here for a long time, I've done this and that, because in America there's no job for men and there's no job for women. What a man can do, a woman is supposed also to do extra harder. Yeah. And some feels like they're being denied work out there, because most of the jobs is given to white collar people. And if you're leaving your country to these abroad countries, and you do not have legit papers, you do not have papers, it seems like you are not going to get good job for you that will sustain you. You understand? Because life outside there is not that easy the way people think. It's not that easy. And we have seen another guy elaborating, like saying like, when you are in America, when you take loans or a house mortgage, people prefer that those people who left their countries, like you left Africa or you left Jamaica, you have a small land, you can build your home you can build a house back home. But if you try to buy land, to buy a house, a mortgage in America, it means that it's gonna tie you up. You're gonna be paying it for the rest of your life. So people fear getting stuff on loans in America or in UK or Australia or Canada. So they decide to invest back home. And also, we have come to that in Jamaica right now, Jamaica is not the way it was before. They are beautiful. Jamaica is a beautiful country. It's a beautiful island country in the Caribbean, and there's so many. Now we have beautiful infrastructures in we have beautiful buildings that have come up. Jamaica has grown, and with current PM doing whatever he has to do to make sure that Jamaica is up there. There's good education system, there's good health system, the business tourists is amazing, because Jamaica is a tourist destination. Because when you hear everyone saying like, oh, I'm from the Caribbean, everybody's talking about, oh, I traveled to Jamaica, I traveled to Jamaica, I traveled to Jamaica. It means that a tourist attraction, it has been placed in a map. And the way Jamaicans are very, very good people at heart, hospitality, you know, in Jamaica is on higher notch. So everyone, Jamaica sells a lot because of their people selling their country. They're so proud of their country. So now Jamaica is not in the same state that it was before. The infrastructure in Jamaica has taken a very, very high notch, and that's why people of Jamaica, I think Jamaicans who live in abroad have tried to, they have tried to, in the development of their country, to make it look beautiful the way it is looking right now, because it doesn't look the same it was before. So when you have a country, you have people who will market their country out there, then it means that the economy of that country has gone high. And that's why now people think like, oh, our country is selling, our country, the tourists, the people are touring our country, the economy is not doing bad, let's go back to our country, you understand? So that could be also the reason why Jamaicans who are abroad are trying to go back. And in another scenario where we saw that recently, people are now preparing, like if you are an illegal migrant, especially in America. We saw when we saw in one of the Trump's agenda was to deport every illegal immigrant who was in who like illegal immigrants who do not have like legal papers, and they are in America. So right now, that statement alone made most of the Jamaicans who are living in America to say like, no, Kalas, it's just time to go home, because after the policies are amended and put into work or into place, if everyone who is in America and that they are illegally will have to go back home. So kindly guys, I like that everyone is now feeling like, oh, we are not lost, we still have a place to go home and just make our countries beautiful, you understand? If you are out there and you're feeling like you need to go back home, if you have tried to put a structure back home, you have developed your family, and your country is looking amazing, let's go back home and develop our countries. That's because home, or east or west, home is the best, you understand? Yeah. So thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. Thank you for supporting me. Until I see you in the next video, bye bye.